Are we? I'm looking at this. Oh, there we go. Good morning. I'd like to read an opening statement. This is to advise the general public that in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, entitled Senator Byron M. Bear Open Public Meeting Act, New Jersey Casino Control Commission on December 8, 2021, filed with Secretary of State at the State House in Trenton an annual meeting schedule. On December 9, 2021, copies were mailed to subscribers. Any member of the public who wishes to address the commission will be given the opportunity to do so before the commission adjourns for the day. Please acknowledge the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Welcome everyone who is joining us remotely today. As a measure to mitigate the spread of COVID-19 and to protect the health and safety of meeting participants, as well as members of the public interested in the meeting, the Commission is continuing to use remote collaboration technology for meeting participants. The public is able to listen through access provided on the Commission's website, as well as through our YouTube channel. We will accept public comments via email. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.nj.gov. I will repeat that address. public.comments@ccc.nj.gov, beginning now and any time throughout the meeting, ending at the time of adjournment. This meeting is being transcribed as well as recorded, and minutes will be available on our website in due course. To meeting participants and callers, I ask that you follow the instructions provided with the web link or audio call-in code and place your phones on mute until your matter is called. Also, please remember to identify yourself before speaking. Before we begin, I want to take a brief moment to acknowledge the passing of Paul O'Gara. Paul was a legendary attorney in the gaming industry with a career spanning over 4 decades. Through the years, he zealously represented many growing interests, including several casino licenses. He was a fixture in the proceedings before this commission and a tenacious advocate, but always a gentleman. He was also a United States Marine and a Vietnam War veteran. On behalf of the commission, we extend our condolences to Paul's family, friends, and colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. When I call your name, please answer for the roll, please. Commissioner Molyneux?
Present.
Vice Chair Cooper?
Present.
And Chairman Pelosi.
Present.
Thank you. Matters discussed in closed session this morning included employee license matters, as well as approval of the minutes of the January 12, 2022 closed session minutes, and the approval of the hiring of Aaron Hogan as a research analyst in the Division of Regulatory Affairs, Policy Planning and Development Unit, subject to any governmental approval still required. The first item for your consideration is the approval of the minutes of the public portion of the January 12, 2022 meeting.
Are there any questions for council or corrections?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to ratify the minutes of the January 12th, 2022 meeting.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 2 are applications for initial casino key employee licenses. They include the following individuals: Moran A. Flynn Alpheus, Carl D. Ferguson, Rihanna L. King, Reginald Maynard Jr., Cynthia O. Powell, Ariel Roman, also known as Ariel Roman Paulino. Alhili D. Ruiz, also known as Alihi D. Gravera. Antoinette M. Tolliver, and Daniel M. Wright. The matters of Reginald Maynard Jr., Cynthia O. Powell, and Daniel M. Wright will be called separately as there are recommendations to remand those matters. The remaining applicants, they have been reviewed by the division as well as the commission's licensing staff with a recommendation that those licenses be granted.
Are there any questions on any of these matters? No. Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 6 initial key employee licenses.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Thank you. With respect to the matters of Reginald Maynard Jr., Cynthia O. Powell, and Daniel M. Wright, the division has reviewed those matters and have requested the matters be conferenced. Staff concurs and recommends that you remand those matters to the contested case hearing process.
Are there any questions regarding these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to remand for a hearing of the 3 initial casino key employee license applications.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 3 is the application of Marie Duffy for a resubmitted casino key employee license. Again, the division reviewed the matter and has reported favorably to the commission. Commission staff also concurs and recommends that that resubmitted casino key employee license application be granted.
Are there any questions on this matter?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the resubmitted application of Marie T. Duffy for a casino key employee license.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 4 are approvals through delegation of authority between January 1, 2022 and January 31, 2022, pursuant to Commission Resolution Number 22-01-12-11B. Patrick Ehler will review those matters with you. However, I do note that no action is required at this time.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. This is Patrick Ehler, Licensing and Financial Evaluation Manager of the Casino Control Commission. Between January 1st and January 31st, 2022, the staff of the Casino Control Commission's Regulatory Affairs Division granted the following approvals via its delegated authority under Resolution Number 22-01-12-11B. On January 6, 2022, temporary casino key employee license was granted to Desiree M. Acevedo for a lead count room attendant position, to Rebecca K. Holmes Vasquez for a racebook supervisor position, and to Diane Jackson for a credit executive position, all at Borgata, and also to Gregory M. Maxwell for a sportsbook shift manager position at Ocean Casino. On January 11, 2022, temporary key employee licenses were granted to Elena V. Rinaldi DeTullio, Sylvia Smith, and Florian Tolha for dual rate floor supervisor / pit manager positions at Hard Rock Atlantic City. On January 19, 2022, temporary key employee license was granted to Hinal P. Patel for an iGaming manager position at Golden Nugget Atlantic City, to Joseph N. Prandato for sportsbook assistant manager position at Tropicana Atlantic City, and to Joseph Tatey for a William Hill sportsbook assistant manager position at Ocean Casino. On January 20, 2022, Temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Lamont Bradford for casino cashier services supervisor position at Harrah's Atlantic City, and to Eric L. Creek for a William Hill Sportsbook assistant manager position at Ocean Casino. On January 24, 2022, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Danny Hoon for a dual rate casino manager position at Bally's Atlantic City. And finally, on January 26, 2022, a multi-casino endorsement on an existing casino key employee license was granted to Amina Bouchard for the casino controller position at Hard Rock Atlantic City and Boardwalk 1000. This shall memorialize the noted approvals that were granted by Commission's Division of Regulatory Affairs via its delegated authority during this period, and no further Commission action is required. Thank you.
Agenda item number 5 are requests for inactivation of casino key employee licenses. Mr. Ehler will also review those matters with you.
Thank you again. Patrick Ehler, Casino Control Commission Licensing and Financial Evaluation Manager. Following 3 individuals have requested to be placed on the casino key employee approved inactive list for a period of up to 5 years in lieu of filing a casino key employee license review application. They are Edward T. Monahan, Mariella Middleton, and Brian L. Murray. Commission staff has reviewed these requests and recommends that you grant the requested relief.
Are there any questions on any of these matters?
No.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the requested relief and order that the 3 casino key employee licenses be inactivated.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 6 is a consideration of the lapsing of certain casino key employee licenses. Again, Mr. Ehler will address those matters.
Thank you. Patrick Ehler, Casino Control Commission, again. At this time, there are 2 individuals for your consideration to lapse their casino key employee license. In these cases, the casino key employee license review application filing deadline has passed, and the individual has not filed a casino key employee license review application or requested to be placed on the approved inactive list. Based on these facts, staff recommends that the casino key employee licenses of Edward A. Cook and Eric M. Rufo be deemed to have lapsed.
Are there any questions on this matter, on these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to find that the 2 casino key employee licenses lapsed pursuant to NJAC 19:41A-6.1F of the regulations.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item number 7 is the stipulation of settlement in the initial application of Aaron S. Woodall for a casino key employee license. Senior Counsel Teresa Pipinelli will review that matter with you. Is Teresa on the line?
Good morning, Chairman, Commissioners. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. For your consideration is a stipulation settlement between the division and Mr. Woodall. You have staff's recommendation and memo for this matter, and Jocelyn Fedowitz is here on behalf of the division, and I would just ask her to enter her appearance and proceed.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General for the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully requests that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
And to confirm, the applicant is not present and he does not intend to appear?
Correct, Commissioners. I did speak with Mr. Woodall this morning, and he indicated that he would just leave it to the Commission's discretion.
Thank
He
you.
did ask that the stipulation be approved.
Excellent. Are there any questions for counsel?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Aaron S. Woodall for a casino key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 8 is the stipulation of settlement in the initial application of Brenda E. Garcia for a casino key employee license. Again, Senior Counsel Pipinelli will address that with you.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Again, Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing for the Commission. Before you is the stipulation of settlement between the Division of Gaming Enforcement and Ms. Garcia, which, if approved, will grant her an initial casino key employee license subject to certain conditions. You have staff's memo and recommendation for this matter. Jocelyn Fedowitz is here on behalf of the division, and I would ask her to end her appearance and proceed.
Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully requests that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
And the applicant is not present and does not intend to appear today, correct?
Correct, Chairman. Ms. Garcia was advised that she did not need to appear today, and she asked that the stipulation be approved.
Are there any questions for counsel?
No.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Brenda E. Garcia for a casino key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 9 is the stipulation of settlement in the initial application of Shadia A. Shannon for a casino key employee license. Again, Senior Counsel Pipinelli will address it with you.
Good morning again, Chairman and Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing again for the Commission. Before you is your final stipulation of settlement for the day between the Division of Gaming Enforcement, and this is with Ms. Shannon. If this is approved, it will grant Ms. Shannon an initial casino key employee license subject to certain conditions. You have staff's memo and recommendation for this matter. I note that Jocelyn Fedowitz is here on behalf of the division. I also, for your information, would like to advise you that Ms. Shannon was advised of today's meeting. She chose not to be here, which she does not need to be, and she has asked simply that the stipulation be approved. I would now ask Ms. Fedowitz to enter her appearance and proceed.
Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully requests that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
Are there any questions for counsel on this matter?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Shadia A. Shannon for a casino key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 10 is the joint petition of Premier Entertainment AC LLC and Bally's Corporation requesting permission for I4 Evans to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Chief Technology Officer of Bally's Corporation pending plenary qualification. This matter was initiated by a petition filed January 6, 2022, PRN 006-2002, requesting the relief indicated. We do have counsel that's appearing on behalf of both Mr. Evans and for the division, and I, with your permission, Mr. Chairman, would ask that they proceed.
Thank you. Good morning, Chair, Vice Chair, and Commissioner. Lynn Kaufman, Cooper Levinson for Premier Entertainment, AC LLC, and Bally's Corporation. This is a petition for the temporary qualification of I-4 Evans to assume the position and exercise the duties as the Chief Technology Officer of Bally's Corporation, which is the ultimate parent company of Bally's AC, the casino licensee, prior to his plenary qualification. I want to note that this is not the mandatory CIO position. This is a newly created position with respect to technological development with respect to interactive gaming operations. And as such, Mr. Evans may have involvement with Atlantic City. He, however, will be located in the UK. We respectfully request approval of the petition. We have reviewed the draft resolution and we have no objections. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Alessandra Baldini, Deputy Attorney General, responding on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has reviewed the petition dated January 6th and submitted the division's response dated February 1st with no objection to the temporary qualification request. Thank you.
Are there any questions for counsel on this matter? Yeah, I have one question. Lynn, how often will he be in Atlantic City physically?
Very rarely.
Okay,
It's not anticipated. His duties are international.
excellent, thank you. Any other questions? No. Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and authorize I-4 Evans on a temporary basis and prior to his plenary qualification to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Chief Technology Officer for Bally's Corporation, subject to the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1C and NJAC 13:69C-2.7C.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 11 is the petition of Golden Nugget Atlantic City for the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license to Stephen Piles pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89E, and to permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Vice President, National Marketing, Florida Office, pending plenary qualification. This matter was initiated by a petition filed January 21, 2022, PRN 024223, requesting the temporary key qualification of Mr. Piles as well as a residency waiver to fulfill the position responsibilities. Again, council is present, and with your permission, Mr. Chairman, I would ask that they enter their appearances and proceed.
Good morning, Chairman, Commissioners, Pacifico Agnolini from Brownstein High, Farber Schreck, on behalf of Golden Nugget Atlantic City and Mr. Piles. Chairman, if I may, I just want to say thank you for recognizing Paul's passing, both on behalf of myself and my firm. He was a significant part of our professional and personal lives, and I appreciate the recognizing him. Before you today is a petition seeking the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license and temporary qualification for Mr. Piles, who will assume the duties of the as the Vice President of National Marketing for the Florida office. As a result of the fact that this is the Florida office, there's also a residency waiver requested. We have reviewed the draft resolution. We have no comments to it, and I would ask that the resolution be approved. Thank you.
Good morning again, Chairman and Commissioners. Alessandra Baldini, Deputy Attorney General, responding on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has reviewed the petition dated January 21st and submitted the division's response dated January 27th with no objection to the request for issuance of a temporary casino key employee license with a waiver of the residency requirement, as well as temporary qualification. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the joint petition and issue a temporary casino key employee license to Stephen Piles pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89E and NJAC 19:41A-5.3, and permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Vice President, National Marketing for the Florida office for Golden Nugget Atlantic City, LLC, pending plenary qualification, in accordance with the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6, and further grant the petitioner's request to waive the residency requirement as provided for in NJSA 5:12-89B4.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote?
Commissioner Molineux?
Yes.
Thank you. Vice Chair Cooper?
Yes.
And Chairman Pelosi?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 12 is consideration of the initial casino key employee licensure and plenary qualification of Kelly Burke to serve as Senior Vice President, Chief Marketing Officer of AC Ocean Walk, LLC, doing business as Ocean Resorts. This matter was initiated initially by a petition filed July 24, 2020, petition number 1872107. At the Commission's August 12, 2020 meeting, Ms. Burke's temporary casino key employee license and temporary qualification was granted. Thereafter, on July 14, 2021, an extension request was made to extend the temporary casino key employee license due to intervening circumstances between August 20 and 2021. That extension request was granted for just under a 7-month period. We are here today to address her request for a plenary casino key employee license and plenary qualification. With your permission, Mr. Chairman, council is present, and I would ask that they enter their appearances and proceed.
John Donnelly on behalf of the applicant, Kelly Burke. Good morning, commissioners. I have reviewed the draft resolution. We've had discussions with council and with the Council for the Division of Gaming Enforcement, and I would urge the commission to adopt the resolution, which I have reviewed. I want to echo Pat's comments about and the chairman's comments about Paul Garrow, who I've practiced law with since the 80s, and he'll be missed. And so that's my take on it. And we're going to miss a good lawyer and a good friend. With that, I urge adoption of the resolution.
Thank you. Division?
Sarah Ben David appearing on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. Good morning. The division filed its report on February 2nd, 2022, recommending that Kelly Burke be issued a casino key employee license and be found plenarily qualified to serve as Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer I've reviewed the draft resolution and I have no objection. I would also echo all the comments that have been made thus far regarding Paul O'Gara's career. Worked across from him on a number of matters, and it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and A, grant an initial casino key employee license to Kelly Burke pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B, and B, find Ms. Burke qualified to serve as Senior Vice President, Chief Marketing Officer for AC Ocean Walk LLC, in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 13 is the joint petition of Marina District Development Company, LLC, and MGM Resorts International requesting permission for Scott Schreier to assume the duties and exercise the powers as a member of the Compliance Committee of MGM Resorts International pending plenary qualification. Again, this matter was initiated for your consideration by a petition filed January 28, 2022, PRN 0282201, requesting Mr. Schreier's temporary qualification to serve on the MGM Compliance Committee. There was a request to move this matter expeditiously so as to allow for a Compliance Committee quorum to advance its next meeting. Accordingly, we do have counsel present for both interest, and I would ask with your permission, Mr. Chairman, that they be allowed to proceed.
Good morning, Chair Pelosi, Vice Chair Cooper, and Commissioner Molyneux. Pat Nadamba, Senior Vice President and Legal Counsel for MGM Resorts International and Marina District Development Company. I've read the draft resolution in its fine and form and substance. I really do want to express my sincere thanks to the Division of Gaming Enforcement and the Casino Control Commission for really expediting this matter above and beyond the call of duty, really, and we couldn't be more appreciative. Also, I do want to echo the comments with respect to Paul Gara. He will absolutely be missed. I actually met Paul the first week that I was practicing law in May of 1988 and worked with him off and on ever since. He was just a fabulous person. With that, I would simply ask that you grant the relief requested for Mr. Schreier and find him temporarily qualified. Thank you again.
Good morning,
Division.
Chairman and Commissioners. Tracy Richardson, Deputy Attorney General for the Division of Gaming Enforcement. We filed a response of no objection to the Commission on February 7, 2022 for Mr. Schreier to serve on the Compliance Committee of MGM Resorts International. We've also reviewed the draft resolution and have no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and authorize Scott Schreier on a temporary basis and prior to his plenary qualification to assume the duties and exercise the powers as a member of the Compliance Committee for MGM Resorts International, subject to the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.7.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you. Item number 14 is consideration of the initial casino key employee licensure and plenary qualification of Ryan M. Ross to serve as Senior Vice President of National Marketing for Marina District Development Company, LLC, doing business as Borgata Hotel, Casino, and Spa. Senior Counsel Teresa Pimpinelli will address that matter with you.
Good morning again, Chairman and Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing on behalf of the Commission. For your consideration is the plenary qualification and initial casino key employee licensure of Ryan Ross, which would permit him to serve as Senior Vice President of National Marketing for Borgata Hotel, Casino, and Spa. You may recall that the Commission found Mr. Ross temporarily qualified and granted him a temporary casino key employee license for this position on June 9th, 2021. You have staff's memo and recommendation for this matter. A draft resolution was circulated to the parties. I believe Tracy Richardson is here on behalf of the division and Pat Madamba on behalf of Mr. Ross and Borgata, and I would ask both to enter their appearances and proceed.
Good morning again, Chair Pelosi, Vice Chair Cooper, and Commission Member Molyneux. Pat Madamba, Senior Vice President, Legal Counsel for MGM Resorts International and Marina District Development Company. I've reviewed the draft resolution and its fine and form and substance. Accordingly, I would ask that Ryan Ross be granted casino key employee license. Thank you. And temporary and plenary qualification. Apologies.
Thank you. Division?
Tracy.
Tracy, I think you're muted.
Yeah.
So sorry. Good morning again, Tracy Richardson, Deputy Attorney General for the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division filed a report on February 2nd recommending the plenary casino key employee licensure and qualification for Ryan Ross. We've also reviewed the draft resolution and have no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for counsel?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and A, grant an initial casino key employee license to Ryan M. Ross pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89A and B, and B, find Mr. Ross qualified to serve as Senior Vice President of National Marketing for Marina District Development Company, LLC, in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you. In accordance with Commissioner Resolution 22-120803, the next closed session shall be held on Wednesday, March 9, 2022, at 9:30 a.m. in the Commission offices.
This is the public participation portion of the meeting. Ms. Fauntleroy, do we have any comments?
Mr. Chairman, respectfully, we do not.
No, thank you. The public.
Hey, no, I'm sorry. It's Lynn Kaufman. I did not officially ask to speak during the public comment section, but if I may offer a few words.
Please proceed.
Regarding Mr. O'Gara, thank you. I neglected to give Paul the proper due that I'm happy my colleagues did, and I want to offer my deep condolences to Paul and his family and his partners, and also on behalf of myself and the firm, express my deep admiration for him. I worked on both with him and on the other side of matters with him for decades, and I can assure you I enjoyed working with him on matters much more. When I was on the opposite side of him, I was the recipient of some ferocious advocacy with lots of choice words that I won't repeat here, but he was always the first one to be, a gentleman and offer support and give his colleagues compliments, when they were due. And he will be greatly missed. Thank you.
Thank you for those kind words. Any other public comment? Hearing none, the public participation portion is now closed. Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. The meeting is now